It's fugitive Australian journalist Shane Dowling from the website kangaroocourtofaustralia.com. Now, I've just published an article a few days ago titled Bruce Lehrmann and his barrister, Steve Whybrow, should be charged with contempt of court for leaking documents to harass Brittany Higgins. Now, that was published on the 15th of June. And I'm going to read you out a few paragraphs from Steve Whybrow's witness statement he tendered to the ACT inquiry into police corruption. And then I'm going to read you out a few paragraphs from the article. Then I'll show you a video of Steve Whybrow being cross-examined, being asked about his communication with Jeanette Albertson, who's a journalist for Rupert Murdoch's Australian. When you put it all together, it makes a very powerful prima facie case that Steve Whybrow, with the approval of Bruce Lehrmann, is the leaker of the documents. And that's actually a criminal offence, contempt of court. So we'll have a look at that. Now, paragraph 34.7 of Steve Whybrow's witness statement, he says, on or about the 19th of October 2022, I received a call from Jeanette Albertson, who's a journalist, asking me about a document she referred to as the Mueller report. From what she was telling me, I understood this to mean the investigative review document, or parts of it. Miss Albertson requested I confirm the document exists. I informed her I was not prepared to comment on the matter at all. I suggested she may wish to inquire with AFP Media, the AFP involved in the investigation, or lodge a Freedom of Information request for the document she was describing. Then at paragraph 34.8, shortly after the call from Miss Albertson, I communicated with Detective Borman, and a copy of the text message with him is exhibited at tab 26. I've had a look at that, and it doesn't really say much. And at paragraph 34.9, Steve Whybrow says, I believe I met with Detective Borman on the 20th of October 2022 at about 10:15 a.m. outside the Cupping Room coffee shop. During the meeting, I raised with him Miss Albertson's inquiry with me and basically gave me a heads up that there may be some inquiries to the police about the investigative review documents, and whether, given the documents were police documents, AFP might want to confirm the existence of those documents. In a second, I'll read you out a few comments I made in the article, but I just want to touch on this part. In his statement, he says, Miss Albertson requested I confirm the document exists. I informed her I was not prepared to comment on the matter at all. Well, he's not prepared to comment on the matter at all, but he's prepared to help her get it authenticated by the police. He's approached the police and said, hey, you might be getting a call from Miss Albertson. You might want to confirm it's a police document. Well, that makes no sense. Anyhow, this is what I said in the article. Mr. Whybrow admits talking to Jeanette Albertson about the Mueller report and other police documents, and he admits to calling Detective Inspector Borman not long after to ask about police verifying the documents as police documents for Jeanette Albertson. Since when does a barrister in a rape trial aid and abet a journalist regarding leaked police documents? He should face charges for that alone. Now, the next part, I've headed up the smoking gun. If Steve Whybrow was not the leaker, he would have assumed the police were the leakers, because who else would leak the documents? And he wouldn't have bothered contacting the Detective Inspector Marcus Borman, asking him to verify to Jeanette Albertson that they were police documents. I noticed in Steve Whybrow's statement above, he didn't ask the police if they had leaked the documents to Jeanette Albertson, which had to be because he already knew the police weren't the leakers, because he was. But if Steve Whybrow was the leaker of the police documents to Jeanette Albertson, then it makes sense he would contact Detective Inspector Marcus Borman, ask him to verify to Jeanette Albertson that they were police documents. What makes it worse is that Steve Whybrow admitted in the witness stand of the ACT inquiry he had never seen such a biased, one-sided document like the Mueller report as per the video I'm about to show you. Now, Steve Whybrow knew if Jeanette Albertson was relying on the Mueller report for a story, she was going to be doing a hit job on Brittany Higgins, because the Mueller report sole purpose is to attack Brittany Higgins, which is exactly what Jeanette Albertson did. Now, I'm going to show you a video of Steve Whybrow being cross-examined at the ACT inquiry, where he's asked about Jeanette Albertson. And look at his reaction when her name's mentioned. He turns his head like that. Definitely the reaction of a worried man.
Mr. Whybrow, could I take you please to page 37 of your statement, which is paragraph 34.9. At that paragraph, you describe how you met with Detective Inspector Borman on the 20th of October
Yes.
outside the Cupping Room coffee shop.
Well, we met there, yes.
Yes. You stated in your statement that you raised with him an inquiry that had been made by a columnist for The Australian, Miss Albrechtson, and that you wanted to give him a heads up that there may be some inquiries to the police about the investigative review document. Correct?
Yes.
Now, I'm going to keep on driving this issue with the relevant authorities, but make sure you visit my website, Kangaroo Court of Australia, and have a look at that article. It's got other videos in there. Steve Whybrow doing an interview with Jeanette Albertson at a later date. He did 2 interviews. You also see the video of Steve Whybrow being cross-examined on the Mueller report, where he admits that it is a biased report. And he had to have known Jeanette Albertson was going to be doing a hit job on Brittany Higgins. And there'll be other videos in that article as well. So make sure you visit my website, Kangaroo Court of Australia. And if you do, sign up for the free email subscription and you'll get a confirmation email. Just click on that and you'll be right to go for future articles. You'll get notified. The Kangaroo Court of Australia's independent media. I publish a website, YouTube channel, Facebook page and Twitter account. And I'm reliant on donations to keep on publishing. So please support my Patreon account. I'm currently sitting on 257 supporters, donating $1,530 a month. And I really need to double that to become financially viable. And you can donate any amount, $3, $5, $10, $15, $20 a month, whatever suits your budget. It all helps out. And please share this video on Facebook and Twitter, etc. Thank you for your time and have a good day.